Transitioning from college basketball to the professional court is never easy, and Caitlin Clark knows this better than anyone. The Indiana Fever star endured difficult weeks upon arrival in the WNBA, and no one made the adjustment harsher than her idol, Diana Taurasi. Clark arrived at the W after a stellar career with the Iowa Hawkeyes in the NCAA. The Indiana Fever made Clark the first overall pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, but this earned her the enmity of some veteran players who quickly let the rookie know she was treading on their turf. Despite all the obstacles, Clark had a historic season, earning the Rookie of the Year honors and the respect of her peers. However, the Fever's star guard still hasn't forgotten her first encounter with Taurasi and the veterans' rude welcome. The clash between Clark and Taurasi. In an interview for the Netflix show, My Next Guest Needs No Introduction with David Letterman, Clark recalled her early days in the WNBA, saying one had really talked trash to her until she ran into Taurasi at a game on June 30th. No one really talks trash to me, honestly. I see to it, maybe that'll happen next year, Clark asserted. However, she did throw the Phoenix Mercury guard under the bus, saying, "Somebody that did trash talk was Diana Taurasi, but all in good fun. We were playing them at home, and she fouled me pretty hard." After the tough in-game exchange, Clark and Taurasi hugged, expressing their admiration for each other. Furthermore, Caitlin was recently a guest on Diana's podcast, The Bird and Taurasi Show, where the two women smoothed things over and the Rookie of the Year congratulated the GOAT on her recent retirement. Entering her second year as a professional, Clark must prove that her accomplishments in 2024 were no fluke. Taking the Fever to the postseason will no longer be enough, as the media and fans will expect more than individual accomplishments from the rising star, and a deep playoff run is the least they expect from her now. Nearly a month ago, Indiana Fever's #1 overall pick Caitlin Clark sent the internet into a frenzy, and it wasn't because of a buzzer beater. A single photo of the former Iowa Hawkeye star quickly made the rounds online, showcasing a noticeably stronger and more muscular Clark, leaving fans buzzing over her physical transformation. Clark had been attending a Big Ten showdown between her alma mater, Iowa, and rivals Ohio State when fans caught sight of her in the crowd. But what really grabbed attention wasn't her courtside seat, it was her visibly bulked up frame. Eagle-eyed fans and photographers couldn't help but notice the difference. Brie Lawerka, who captured the viral moment, remarked, "Well, someone's been in the weight room," Stephanie White warned us. Interestingly, this wasn't a total surprise to everyone. New Indiana Fever head coach Stephanie White had already hinted at Clark's physical evolution back in February. Speaking on Richard Deitch's podcast on February 18th, White gave some early insight into Clark's off-season grind. "She is stronger, first and foremost. She figured out right away that I need to get stronger. She's done a great job of getting in the weight room and focusing on her strength. In terms of low center of gravity, time under tension, all of those things," White explained. At the time, it sounded like a projection. A month later, the evidence was crystal clear. Clark responds to the photo frenzy. Now, weeks after the photo went viral, Clark is finally addressing the buzz, and doing so with her trademark sense of humor. "It was the camera angle," Clark joked while appearing on the podcast hosted by WNBA icons Sue Bird and Diana Taurasi. "AI is getting out of control, come on." Of course, she didn't stop there. Clark confirmed that she's been hitting the weight room hard and enjoying the process. "I'm trying to get stronger, like a lot of time in the weight room," she added. "It's something I kind of enjoy, so it's pretty easy for me to spend time in there and really work on that part of my game." More than just muscle, Clark isn't just working on strength for aesthetic reasons. She's using this offseason to evolve her game in more dynamic ways. Alongside her focus on strength, she's also been developing new skills to make her more versatile on the court. Specifically, she mentioned working on her floater and improving her ability to finish through contact, two areas where her added strength will pay off in real time. What's next for Clark? With her WNBA debut approaching and all eyes on her, Clark's physical transformation and continued development suggest she's ready for the next chapter. Whether it's draining deep threes, absorbing contact in the paint, or flexing a newfound floater, Clark is clearly locked in and leveling up. And judging by that viral photo, the league has been warned. Along with her sharp shooting, Caitlin Clark's passing has been instrumental for her success so far in the WNBA. This led the Indiana Fever to flex this aspect of her game. In a post on Instagram on Monday, the Fever described Clark's passing as elite. The message was accompanied by a highlight reel showcasing the various assists the All-Star point guard dished out during her rookie season in 2024. Some of these passes include several behind-the-back and no-look dimes to her open teammates. Clark averaged 8.4 assists per game for the Fever, which is a league high. She accumulated a total of 337 assists in 40 games, 20 more than the second most total assists on the season, Alyssa Thomas with 317. Caitlin Clark's insane passing skill also helped her secure the record for the most assists in a season. It was previously held by Thomas, who made 316 assists in 2023. The 23-year-old's scoring and playmaking were also pivotal for the Fever as they returned to playoff contention in the past campaign. With the former Iowa Hawkeyes star running the show, the team rose to third place in the Eastern Conference with a 2020 record. Caitlin Clark has basketball fans buzzing about her second WNBA season after a rookie campaign that was nothing short of spectacular. The Rookie of the Year tore up the record books, scoring 769 points, the most ever by a first-year player, and draining 122 three-pointers, another rookie high. She also set league marks for assists, dishing out 337 for the season and a staggering 19 in a single game. Clark's electric play has put women's basketball in the spotlight like never before. Need proof? This year's national championship, in which Paige Buckers and UConn beat South Carolina 82-59, drew 8.5 million viewers on ESPN, the third highest total for a title game. But the top two spots belong to Clark's Iowa teams. 9.9 million tuned in for the 2023 final against Angel Reese and LSU, and a whopping 18.9 million watched the 2024 clash with South Carolina. Its appeal is so strong that at least 6 WNBA teams have moved their home games against Clark's Indiana Fever to bigger arenas for the season that begins May 16th. Clark's Netflix spotlight steals the show. Thank you for watching. Months ago, it was announced that Caitlin Clark would be sitting down with David Letterman for his Netflix series, My Guest Needs No Introduction, and if anyone lives up to that title, it's her. The episode recently hit the platform, and it delivered in a big way. Over the course of 43 minutes, Clark dished out stories with the kind of charisma that has made her a fan favorite. The highlight? Letterman asked her about an iconic scrimmage, and she lit up and said, "I think we were down 15. We made a couple of threes, we cut the lead down to maybe 10. I think I had 22 points in 2 minutes. That was the moral of the story." In fact, she admitted it was one of the few times her own hot streak left her stunned. It's the kind of story that makes you wish you'd been courtside. Not long after the episode aired, a clip of this legendary scrimmage surfaced online, and it's pure gold. Picture this: Clark firing off-balance shots that defy logic from near half-court, swishing from the left, then the right. It's a highlight reel of absurd skill, a heat check of historic proportions. To see her in that zone is a thrill. A glimpse of what happens when she catches fire. The video has spread like wildfire, and it's easy to see why. It's a testament to her rare gift. The league's next big moment comes April 14th with the WNBA draft, where Paige Buchers is projected to be the Dallas Wings' top pick. Meanwhile, Clark and the Fever open training camp on April 27th and prepare for exhibition games on May 3rd and 4th, the second at Iowa's Carver Hawkeye Arena, a nod to their roots. The real action begins May 17th, when Clark faces Angel Reese, Camila Cardoso, and a Chicago Sky team that could add Haley Van Lith with the 9th pick. After all the hype this offseason, Clark's sophomore year could eclipse her dazzling debut.